Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Muhammad Akmal Bin Nazeri. Today I want to present about my final year project 1. The title is Ergonomic Safety Approach for Welding Activities of Piping Installation. My supervisor is Dr. Shahrul Nizam bin Muhammad Zulkifli. Okay, for the project background, an investigation of the working position in the welding workshop of Impressive M. Sendirian Berhad is presented in this case study. Workers use a variety of welding equipment that can be used in several separate locations, including flat, vertical, horizontal and top. For the third, they can perform manual handling where the welder fully control the process, or semi-automatic welding where the welder use machinery to complete the welding task such as a wire feeder. For the fourth, welding safety such as the workers' use of apron, hand protectors, glove and other personal protective equipment is a priority in the workshop. For the lastly is ergonomic work improvement in the welding shop should establish and implement efficiency so that the risk of accident or injuries can be reduced and user can work in a safe and healthy welding environment. For my problem statement for this my problem statement for my project is a typically user or welder who operate welding machine or work in workshop under welding heat pressure will be changed or face various illness or injuries that may be classified as a physical and psychological injuries. This topic needs to be considered in depth, such as whether safety rules are followed by consumer or are strictly enforced by superior to protect consumer from injury. Next is all these issues must truly investigated to improve human safety in the workshop and reduce the risk of injury. 4. Although more safety equipment is available in the workplace, the notion of ergonomic safety is not well understood, which affect the performance of welder. And then lastly, my problem statement is the concept of ergonomic should be used so that user can lead a better lifestyle and avoid injuries while working in the welding workshop. For my objective is three. For A, to investigate the working posture of welding activity by workers at Impressive M Bandar Penawar using WERA analysis, which means is working ergonomic risk assessment analysis, to suggest the improvement of proper working posture based on the result of WERA analysis. For the lastly, C, to make recommendation by reducing ergonomic risk factor and the potential for workplace. For the research scope, the scope of the study cover and focus on, but is not limited to the following. The scope of the study will be held at the Impressive M where the welding activities will be carried out. For the literature review, I found three. For the title is a work-related musculoskeletal disorder (WMSDS). Is for the summary of the literature is this WERA tools is a user-friendly ways to assess William multiple sclerosis diaries (WMSDS). WMSDS is a set of painful muscle, tendon and nerve illness that can be treated with over-the-counter medicine such as disability. For the second is from Health and Brennan. Also work-related musculoskeletal disorder (WMSDS). For the summary of literature, workers who experience low back and neck discomfort (WMSDS) are more prone to developing post-traumatic stress disorder (PTSD) than those who experience migraines or concussion, according to the U.S. National Institute for the Occupational Safety and Health (NOSH). For lastly is a Brody from Brody 2008 is a WERA workplace. The title is a WERA workplace ergonomic risk assessment. For the summary of literature, ergonomic risk factor are aspect of a job or task that place stress on the employee. A basic ergonomic assessment is the often the starting point for a company to approach implementing an ergonomic program due to the ergonomic hazard in the workplace. For the literature review, also development of WERA method with is example. For the first stage, development of WERA prototype from literature review. Second stage, evaluation of psychometric properties including A. Validity test, B. Reliability and usability test. The goal of the validity study was to determine the validity of a WERA tool in the workplace, and the purpose of the reliability and usability study was to determine the reliability and usability of WERA tool during the training session. For the right is the picture is about a WERA development process. For the flow chart of research methodology, from the first is a selection of case study, and the second selection for workers' tasks, and the third observing and selecting work posture, and four scoring and recording data of the worker posture, and the four posture analysis of score result, and next is a action level, and for the lastly is a report submission. For the WERA procedure, first is observe the task or job. Observe the task or job to formulate a general ergonomic workplace assessment. If possible, record data using photograph or a video cam. For the second is score the task or job for assessment. Decide which task to analyze from the observation in step 1. The following criteria can be used. First is a most frequently repetitive work of task or job. For the third is a score the task or job. Using the WERA tool, score for each item of risk factor includes part A and B. And 4, calculation of exposure score. Calculate the score for each item part A and part B, and the total final score marks the numbers at the closing point of every pair in number column vs rows. And the lastly is a consideration of action level. The total final score will be indicated. For the expected result, this study will examine posture at the Improsive and Bandar Penawar welding workshop. The associated risk in the welding workshop will be quantified by implementing ergonomic demand and risk assessment technique. This study should also provide a solid indicator of WMSDS that may manifest as pain, soreness, and discomfort. For the lastly is a conclusion. My conclusion for my FYP1 is the study of ergonomic safety approach for pipe welding activities can be recognized by looking at each work process and working method in the welding workshop of Improsive M. Sdn Bhd, Bandar Penawar. Thereafter, the study will be addressed and elaborate in more detail in the industrial final year project 2. That's only for me. Thank you.